Hello again, traders. Right, I thought I'd just run through this wickfill stuff that I'm doing because I'm getting trades everywhere now. Not necessarily 7, 8, 10 pips or whatever, because I'm being very cautious, but 4 or 5, well, 5 or 6 pips, especially from a trade like this. You know, it's far more. But I'm playing with different things. I've got UJ trade running short. Been a great night playing with these wicks and these multiple dashboards, as you can see. Got it set up now, as I explained in yesterday's video, the previous one to this. Just literally got your weekly, daily dashboard, 4 hour H1 and M30. I'm toying with the idea of adding M15, so we shall see. But you know, a wick on an M30 is a perfectly good potential trade, and literally if I see a wick like this on a closed candle, all I'm really looking for, this is obviously the live candle, you can see it just moved then, all I'm looking for is when it closes and the new candle opens, is literally just make sure everything looks right. I mentioned about the dragon and the trend analysis, 2B reversal. I can see there's one in that little pattern there anyway. Room to supply above in this case, and you know, this looks interesting. We've broken all sorts of levels here. We've got a wick here, so that would be the same thing in the opposite direction. I mean, you know, you can see the potential from just this one bar now, one sort of dashboard, sorry. So we've got 5 minutes to go. So, you know, if this pulls down even further, then, you know, you've got a better opportunity. So, and a big candle might mean a reversal. So, depending if it's right slap bang on supply, although I'm not really that interested in those ones in this case. We know how well they work on the weekly, daily. I haven't looked at the monthly closely, but because one trade a month is not really my thing. But let's go back to this gold then, and we'll talk about what I saw in the middle of the night. Unfortunately, I was on sort of red alert because of what happened yesterday, so I couldn't sleep particularly well. So I woke up around here, and I could see this wick here, and then I could clearly see we were at support or demand, if you want. We'd got the classical downtrend there. We'd also broken at the point I looked at this. I got in, I saw the wick, but didn't get in here. Unfortunately, I wasn't awake. That's all there was to it. I didn't look at the chart. But I could see, you know, what that does tell me. If I missed that trade, but so what? I'm above supply, or I'm above buyers that became sellers. And so the sellers were overwhelmed by the buying power here. That's what that tells me. Classical 2B formation. Strong momentum, as you can clearly see. So then it's just a question of dropping down to the lower time frames and checking what's going on. And you know, you can see exactly what stopped price here or made it stall. And then this is just a little bit of sideways movement. You could call it accumulation, distribution, whatever you want. Manipulation is what I used to call it, but I don't use that so much. Then once again, we've got a 3 CR here. That was a 3 CR2, remember. So 3 CRs, what do? They make people, or they create pullbacks, and that's exactly what happened on the lower time frame. I don't often trade off the 30-minute, to be honest with you, but you know, the higher the time frame, the better the moves. And the more power, the more power they signify. Obviously, if this was a 5-minute, that wick could be worth, well, 3 or 4 pips, but it wouldn't be. Although everything moves in exactly the same way on every time frame, it's not really, once you've got the spread involved, it's not really what you want to be messing around on. So these moves are huge, you know, in terms of a scalper's point of view. 21 pips for that, just for that wick. So when the problem I've got with my beautiful indicator, that range history indicator, is that if I change time frame, it deletes all my charting. So there is something going on in that indicator that cleans down the charts for whatever. It's some sort of refresh. I'm not a programmer, but a programmer would know what to do or what's happened. So anyway, that's it really. I don't want to go into the M5 entries. I've done that 1,000 trillion times. But what I do want to show, well, we will actually. I'll go down the lower time frame. We'll quickly go down to M5. So that's the new candle open there. Oh, these levels on here, I've cleaned off most of the stuff, but you've got the Asian range, which I live and die by. You've got yesterday's, well, these are the open, daily open, so that was yesterday's, and you can see how significant that was to where price was as well. So I like to keep that on my charts as well. This is where price opened today. Oh no, that's a 3CR line, that one, but that is yesterday's open, or today's open, should I say. I do apologise, getting myself confused now. So it doesn't help that they're both the same colour. I ought to see if I can change the colour on that. I shall do for future videos. But yeah, so drop down to M5. That was where the new... no, I'm not going to have the problem away. That was where the new... the candle closed, candle opened to attack that wick. So we'll go down one time frame at a time. And you can see it bouncing off that line there, and it's broken that supply above, sellers above, and now we're starting to see the RSI histo. The reason I have the TMA slope on my charts is because that also, you know, if I hadn't found this, I'd be using this on its own, because it's probably about 1% worse, or it tells me 1% less in terms of precision of the RSI histo. I really love this thing, but when you've got this situation going on, growing angle, because it measures the angle, and also this going on because that, unlike the RSI histo, we've got multiple time frames calculated in one go, which was why I dug it out. So if you like it, use it. I use it, but I don't mention it a lot because it just complicates things. So TMA slope, every indicator I use is freely available all over the internet. Most of mine come from Forex Factory, but they're all linked. I've got them all linked to in my pinned tweet. It does become a little bit difficult to find them now. I appreciate that, but that's what the search facility is for on my thread and on the internet and on Forex Factory. You know, I did the work, so we all do the work. Anyway, that's that, guys. So yeah, M15, we can go down to M5 now. Apologies for the slight digression there. And then you can clearly see what M5 is doing as well. So we've got the strong downtrend, then we've got the uptrend going on there. So the moment that is broken above there, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, even got the little pullback there, and then the continuation right up to all these levels here. I took the pivots off my chart, but this was an R1, I think, and we've got the daily pivot somewhere down here. So I love those on my charts, but if they complicate things for you, then leave them off. But I've had them on and off of my charts more than I can mention. So less is more and more in most occasions, because all we're worried about is what the single candles are telling us, and then we're explaining the various swing elements of the internals of those candles. So wick trading, guys, multiple dashboards. There's numerous videos here. It's a work in progress, and as time goes by, we keep noticing new things and just getting better and better. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.